The truth is, from a founder's perspective, I'm not, a tax expert. I don't know a lot of these things. I had no idea that there was different tax ramifications in California versus Florida for the sale of a company.
What would you say is the biggest frustration when it comes to capital gains tax deferral with exiting businesses or real estate, like in your entrepreneurial career?
We're kind of going through it right now with BarPay, in the sense that, that company is based in California. We've been here for 5 or 6 years. We're at the point now where revenue has gotten to, an exciting number, and we have the opportunity possibly to exit within the next 12 to 24 months. But we're, us specifically, we're looking at California and the taxes that we're going to incur just for being in this state versus, if we were to move to Florida and live there for, I think it's like 6 months, more than 51% of the ownership has to be in that state, or it's something like that. But basically, we're looking at these things. And the truth is, from a founder's perspective, I'm not, a tax expert. I don't know a lot of these things. I had no idea that there was different tax ramifications in California versus Florida for the sale of a company, for example. So I think that, from my perspective, it's just becoming aware of these things. And, when you're a founder, you're running this podcast, there's a million different things that you're worried about on a daily basis. Taxes are usually not at the forefront of my mind compared to, you got customers who are freaking out about this, or you've got a new employee who needs to get trained on that. And it's just, there's so many different moving pieces. So I think it's something that, it can sneak up on you. And I wish that I had a better background and more knowledge on this side, and people that, would have helped me at an early point in founding these companies, basically, have a better understanding of this. And then when you think about Haste, we're in a whole another, galaxy here with cryptocurrency and all the regulations that are still kind of getting figured out with that. So we're even looking, because we're dealing in micropayments, is each one of those transactions a taxable event? How do you tax a 100th of a penny? It's just, this is all stuff that hasn't been seen before. So in terms of the capital gains, I'm probably not the best person to speak exactly on all this. I just
it's sharing though. This is real stuff, right? I mean, we just closed a $12.75 million deal in San Diego for some clients, and they didn't know this existed until a month ago, and then they found me on YouTube and a podcast, and all of a sudden we're like, fast forward, jumping all in here, right? But it deferred millions of dollars of tax for them. It's really powerful, especially California, because California is 13.3%, right? Mm-hmm. Places like Nevada or Texas or Florida have zero capital gains tax, mm-hmm. right? And so that's huge. And then you have federal of 20%. Then you have Obamacare of 3.8. So quickly, like if your businesses were, let's say, $20 million, right? Or let's say 10 million, it's easier. $10 million. California, it's like 37 to 40%. And you have, especially if it's a tech startup and it's a zero basis, I mean, that's huge. Now you can defer all that, and you can invest into crypto or businesses or real estate, all tax deferred, and people's minds explode. But we do this with IRAs and 401ks, right? We do it with 1031 exchanges. Yep. But you're right. The key is hiring the who, not being the how. And the key with the founders and the entrepreneurs we work with is go make the business, go grow it. When you go to exit, we'll be there for you. And so if anyone wants to learn more about that, then go to capitalgainstaxsolutions.com, capitalgainstaxsolutions.com to learn more about that.